La maroquinerie, non mais sans déconner, la maroquinerie. Mais moi je visais pas ça, moi je visais d'aller interviewer des artistes à Bercy, au Zénith, enfin je sais pas, des trucs classieux quoi, le Palais des Sports. Mec, tu m'emmènes à la maroquinerie quoi. Déjà on a du mal à trouver, c'est sur aucune carte. Puis franchement la maroquinerie, je suis allé une fois à Agadir, c'est naze. Oh, ça doit être là-bas, oui, la maroquinerie c'est marqué partout. Bon alors attends, parce que du coup il y a pas mal de trucs qui passent. Ouais, ça a l'air un peu trop gai, ça m'étonnerait que ce soit ça. Tiens, un state of mind, c'est con parce que c'est bien un state of mind. Oula, ça je le sens bien ça. C'est ça non? Non mais regarde les dégaines. Regarde les dégaines, on dirait qu'ils sont allés enterrer un cadavre dans la forêt. Oh là 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 là. Messieurs, bonsoir. Bonsoir, messieurs. It's free. I'm looking for the Budos Band. I'm still looking for them. Yeah. So I met some people a few minutes ago. They told me very strange stories. They told me that the chord of your bass was made with human muscles.
Yes, this is true.
This is true.
Absolutely true.
There were other members in the band few years ago, and a lot of people said that those members are buried somewhere in Europe during tour.
Well, we dismembered them. Those members have been dismembered and spread across Europe during that tour.
And did you make something with the bones? Or with the golden teeth?
No, we made maracas and just a nice little shekere out of the Outlast little girl that played shekere for the band many years ago.
And it sounds cool. It sounds better with human bones.
Well, it sounds better without him being around, yes.
This is fascinating. I would like to contact John Carpenter to make a movie dealing with the band. What is the influence of the pop on your drumming? Because you got a very light drumming.
I like 70s rock drummers, so I like Cozy Powell and Ian Pace and Bill Ward and John Bonham. Those are my favorites.
Is it true that you used to eat Scorpio and cobras?
Only for breakfast.
in my corn pops.
What is the coolest place to play in Europe?
Right here.
Paris.
Really?
We have a good time here. You've been here for the shows. It's always fun.
That's true, but I'm afraid that you maybe say that everywhere you go.
That's not true at all.
There is this strange legend concerning your drum kit. A lot of people say that the skin of your drums are made with human skin. Do you confirm?
That's why it smells so bad in the van.
That's why it smells so bad.
In the van, yeah, it's bad. I can't tell you about that. Sorry.
So Budos Band, it's a kind of achievement because you got a beer with your name, with the name of your 45 Vertigo.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you know, we're very famous musicians in Paris. Obviously, they brew beers out after us, and we don't even know until we show up and drink it. Yeah.
A lot of people talking about a sacrifice at the end of the show. Do you confirm that it could be happen?
It could very well happen. Our conga player Bobby, it just depends on how much Jameson he drinks.
What is your favorite skin to eat on? Wife, man, children?
Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. Old ladies.
Old ladies, okay. There is this rumor concerning your saxophone. A lot of people say that with your saxophone you call the spirit. Is it true?
I think you know, when you watch the show, the dark demons that surround you upon hearing the music, yeah, it's all of us together though. It's not just the saxophone.
It's more difficult to play with old lady skin because you have to tie the skin again and again.
You get a good sound though when it's real tight. You get that nice, you get all the wrinkles out, you get it really tight. It sounds great.
I read a very interesting book this week dealing with the relationship between the serial killers and the music of the Budos, and the book said that a lot of murder are made under the influence of the Budos, especially under the influence of Burnt Offering. Did you know that?
Really? No, I did not know that. That's news to me. That's very interesting.
It's a cool news, no?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. It's sort of weird. It's a little strange. You know, we don't endorse murder, but if our music inspires people to madness, and then, I don't know.
So this is the sorcerer for the Black Rite. He ordered goats, he ordered virgins, he ordered children, and nothing happened without him. Tom Brennan, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm fine. Live at the Maroquinerie with Tom Brennan, you know, this musical mastermind from Brooklyn. Am I right?
No comment.
So Tom, let's talk about Diamond Mine. Yeah. This is your new studio. What happened to the good old Dunham studio?
We lost our lease and our landlord kicked us out. And we couldn't afford to stay in Brooklyn anymore, so we found a place in Queens. Got a nice spot, built a studio. We got some more partners. Me and Homer teamed up with Leon Michels and Nick Movshin. And now we have the Diamond Mine.
So Dunham still exists?
Dunham Records still exists as a subsidiary of Daptone Records, and we're still making records with Charles Bradley and Daz, Menahan Street Band.
Diamond Mine is a kind of fusion with the ex-Truth and Soul, now Big Crown Record, and Dunham?
Exactly. Correct.
I heard this strange story concerning the Dunham record. The landlord told me that you didn't pay the bills.
Untrue.
So with this new structure, Diamond Mine, you produce different type of music. You produce the Orcs, you produce Lucas Apio. This is not dedicated to funk and soul.
No, it's not dedicated to just funk and soul. Well, I think we're expanding a little bit more. I mean, it's still mostly like soul-oriented music, you know? I think the coolest thing that's happened now is that me and Leon started working on records, started producing records together. So we've done 2 records for Big Crown already. We did a record on Nikki Wray from Lady. It's called Lady Wray. It's called Queen Alone. It's going to come out in a couple months. And we just finished up a new Lee Fields record also. And that was like my first time getting to, you know, do more than just kind of write and play the guitar, but to actually like co-produce that record with Leon. So the coolest thing so far is that, you know, we're actually like producing records together, and that's pretty exciting.
Now you're in the same place with Leon and the other guy, so it's not a moment to make another Michels Affair record.
We did. He did. Leon did. He did another Wu-Tang album.
The second volume.
Yeah, 38th Chamber. I don't know what it's going to be called, but yeah, there's a 45. You get it yet?
No.
Okay, there's a 45 with the album to come.
And you told some word about the Nikki Ray record. She's still on the Big Crown record. It's finally, Lady they just made an album, just one record.
Yeah. Well, they made one record and then the band split up. Originally, there were 3 girls, and then by the time they made the record, the Lady record, there was 2 girls. There's Terry Walker and Nikki Ray, and then by the time they went on tour for that record, Nicole was left by herself, and Terry Walker moved back to England, and that was the end of that. But you know, I mean, Nicole's a powerhouse, man. She's like an amazing songwriter and a phenomenal singer. So working with her was incredible. That record's killer. That's a killer record.
I know, I've got it.
You got the whole album?
For sure.
Wow. How'd you get it, Les?
It's a kind of, secret.
You have the black record.
So you have different band. So we want some news concerning your different band. What about Menahan Street Band?
Menahan Street Band, you know, is like the house band. So it's the same. It's all the same musicians kind of playing on all the records. But we haven't had an idea yet for a new instrumental album. Although I just got asked to do a soundtrack for a documentary on this American guy named Daryl Davis, who is a pretty interesting story. He's an older black man in his mid-60s who used to play piano for Chuck Berry, and over the past 30 years, he has befriended members of the KKK in his community, and he's got them to quit the KKK. So he's disrobed like the head members of a couple of KKK. So that's like his personal kind of mission against racism. And the director asked me to do a soundtrack with Menahan Street Band for it. So there may be some new instrumental music for that documentary pretty soon. Otherwise, we'll do another Charles Bradley record hopefully this fall. Yeah.
What about the Budos?
Budos, we were just in the studio before this tour. We have a new single coming out this month on Daptone, brand new, that was recorded at the Diamond Mine. And we just spent 3 days in the studio before going on tour here, and we recorded another 4 songs. So we're about 2/3 of the way through a brand new record, all new material. And we also recorded a live album in Asheville on Halloween of last year that I'm currently mixing and will come out probably 2017. We'll have a live record and then we'll have a brand new album after that also.
And do you have other band in your files? The new band that you signed? The band that you actually create?
There is a new group. It's a vocal group called the Shaladas, and it is a father and his 3 sons. It's Bill Shalda and his 3 sons, Carmine, Paul, and Will. And they sang background on "Victim of Love." They sang on that song, "Victim of Love." They're the singers of that. And they sang on "Changes" on a couple songs. Paul wrote "Slow Love," and Paul's been touring with Charles for the past 2 or 3 years. But I'm just finishing up a whole album of original music by the Shaladas, and it's really doo-wop influence, but also a little psychedelic and a little singer-songwriter, kind of in the classic rock sense.
This is if my memory is good, this is the 5th show of the Budos in Paris. You missed 2 of them. I've got the impression that you're not the guitar player that you can count on. So I'm very surprised that they didn't decide to fire you.
Can't fire me, man.
Tom Brenneck, thanks for all. And I hope that the sacrifice of tonight will be great.
There will be a great sacrifice tonight.
Attends, mais moi le Budos Band, mais je connais par cœur. Je veux dire, il s'en est fallu finalement pas grand chose que moi-même je sois un Budos. Dire la plupart des titres, c'est parti de. Pour tout te dire un petit peu, je vais un petit peu te donner les offs de ce métier, mais la plupart des titres ont été commencés par des idées que j'ai fredonnées, quoi. Qu'est-ce que je pourrais te faire?